Nearly 50 years after he helped the emerging American nation gain its independence from Great Britain, the Marquis de Lafayette, better known in America as General Lafayette, visited the young country, and he made one of his stops right here in Waterloo with a ceremony in the park that now bears his name.
It was June 8th, 1825, and John Becker called it one of the greatest days in the history of Waterloo. Waterloo, with a population of 700, was the county seat and the largest settlement in Seneca County, which was home to about 18,000 people. Waterloo was the natural place for the inhabitants of the county to come for a celebration, especially one honoring a national hero. After a parade in Geneva, Lafayette traveled east with an escort from a cavalry company of Waterloo men. The group came over the turnpike, present day routes 5 and 20, to the Waterloo Hotel, now the site of the Koh-Genung Funeral Home. The French nobleman was greeted by the roar of cannon, music from a band on the hotel's balcony, and the applause of the citizens of Waterloo and Seneca County. Lafayette stood near the stairs of the hotel and shook hands with the crowd gathered. Nearly a century later, in 1921, the Waterloo Library and Historical Society petitioned the village board to change the name of Public Square to Lafayette Park. In January 1922, the board approved the name change and the next month accepted an offer from the local Masons to erect a monument commemorating Lafayette's visit in the park named for him. A dedication ceremony for the monument took place on June 8, 1922, with a monument draped with flags and hidden from view. A floral arch was erected near the spot of where the hotel's front door had stood. Colonel George A. L. Dumont of the French General Staff at the Embassy in Washington, D.C., was the guest of honor. Masons from many of the surrounding towns and all fraternal organizations of the village were invited to participate. Much like during Lafayette's actual visit, a large crowd gathered, and, as Becker called it, it was one of the great gatherings of all time here. If you want to learn more about this and other local history topics, stop by the Waterloo Library and Historical Society.